Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hudson Middle School soccer field for tonight's game. This will be Hudson High School versus the River Falls Wildcats. Hudson's only loss on the year is to Eau Claire Memorial, and current record stands at 5-1-1 for the Raiders tonight. And playing their arch rivals, the River Falls Wildcats, Hudson kicks off the ball. Jess Iverson, center midfielder for the Raiders, quickly moving the ball upfield, sends the ball toward the center. Sent out by the River Falls defense out to the right flank and up the field for them. Fast-paced game already at the start here. Both ends of the field up and down quickly. Very energetic game. The Wildcats try to send one in. It comes to junior goalkeeper Karen Chuckle, who gathers the ball and will punt the ball away for the Raiders, and does. Ball's headed back and forth. Out to the left flank for the Raiders, controlled there by Maddie Haynes temporarily. Ball goes out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for the River Falls Wildcats. Warm, sunny afternoon here, a little different than some of the rain that we've been getting in the region recently. This is Knut Johnson reporting for the Hudson Raider soccer team here today, and glad to be here with you. River Falls ready to take the throw-in against the Hudson Raiders. Ball goes to the feet of the River Falls Wildcat, goes off out of bounds off of River Falls, and that'll be a Hudson Raider throw-in. Ani Lewis, freshman number 25, taking the throw-in for the Raiders, and does. Ball's touched by Haynes' feet, and then River Falls gain possession. Ani heads the ball out of bounds, and that's going to be a River Falls Wildcat throw-in. Taking the ball for the Wildcats is going to be number 18, Avery Woolley, a senior defender for the Wildcats. Woolley takes the throw for the Wildcats, headed by one of her teammates there. Midfielder Amanda Carey gets a touch on the ball, up to Jordan Helterbrand, senior captain. Now Jess Iverson, number 7, the center midfielder. Nice step over by Iverson. Sends a through ball to Maddie Haynes on the left flank. Haynes cuts it in, gets a shot off on goal, and scores. Maddie Haynes very early into the game. 2 minutes and 4 seconds in on a assist from Jess Iverson. Maddie Haynes maneuvers her way around the last River Falls Wildcat defender and bangs a ball into the high upper right corner of the River Falls goal. And Hudson Raiders take a 1-0 lead on the Wildcats. Quick start for the Hudson Raiders. Very well done. Nice job of ball control by Jess Iverson. River Falls ready to take the kickoff, down by a goal here. Referee whistles and centers signals the start of play. The Wildcats send a ball upfield. Ani Lewis, the freshman, gets a touch on it. The ball goes by her. River Falls has an offensive attack going here. They loft the ball up and in. Karen Chuckle goes high for the rebound there. She's bumped into by the River Falls Wildcat forward there, but maintains her composure and able to catch the ball. Punts it away. Good punt by Chuckle, goes near midfield, bounces twice, headed by the Wildcats to their midfielders. Jess Iverson for the Raiders controls and sends it out to the left flank to Marley Johnston. Johnston trying to get it up to Haynes again on the upper left there, and Woolley, the defender for River Falls, has it. Her and Haynes battle for the ball. Marley Johnston ends up with it again with a left foot, sends one into the goalkeeper there. That's Maddie Rowe, senior goalkeeper for the River Falls Wildcats, who gathers the ball and punts it away for the River Falls Wildcats. Her ball just to the bottom of the arc on the center circle there, headed by the River Falls Wildcats up to their forward, gets it down to her feet. Taylor Brinkman, number 15, the junior center back for the Hudson Raiders, gets that ball away from pressure and out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for the River Falls Wildcats. There's Coach Steve Solom sitting down over there on the sideline with head coach Charles Conley. Steve Solom is the Hudson High School men's varsity coach, and he assists the girls for River Falls. Kind of a interesting dynamic there where he coaches teams from 2 different schools by the gender. And good boys coach. They had a really successful season this year, getting to the sectional play. There's Hudson taking the throw-in, goes to the left flank there. It's headed by the Wildcats, goes over her head. Maddie Haynes, a speedster, out on the left flank there, trying to beat that last defender, and the ball goes out the touchline there. That may be a corner kick for the Hudson Raiders. Let's see if it is. And it is, as they gather in the goal box area there. That leads me to believe the ball is going to be set down in the southwest corner of the field here today. and a corner kick will be taken by the Hudson Raiders. Taylor Brinkman, number 15, the center back for the Raiders, is going to take the free kick. Brinkman has the ability to loft a nice ball or to drive it. And there she is. She's going to drive that ball in toward the box there. It's headed out by the Wildcats, and it's going to be another corner kick by the Hudson Raiders. Brinkman gathers the ball, sets it in the arc there. Amanda Carey comes for a little 2-on-1. Ball comes back to Brinkman. Oh, mishit. Ball goes out of bounds. That's unlucky. Rolling balls are tough to hit. I know. Oh, there's a little slip by the River Falls Wildcat girl. Coach Knutson asking if she's okay. Nice that he's concerned about the opponent there. That track and cleats don't match well. Throw-in is headed by Ani Lewis and controlled by Amanda Carey, center midfielder, who sends it back to Taylor Brinkman. Brinkman switches fields over to Emma Olsen. Emma Olsen lofts a nice ball up to the right flank to the forward there. Montana Hoder can't control the ball. River Falls touches it a couple times. There's Emma Olsen again on the ball. Got a good whack there by the River Falls player. Emma maintains control. Well done, Emma Olsen. Sends it up to the midfield there and then to the forward, Jordan Heltebrand. There's Mackenzie Drace, number 11, the junior for Hudson, trying to win a ball. River Falls has it. They send it out to the flank there. River Falls has it on the sidelines there. Cross it into their center forward, who's being defended by Taylor Brinkman. Send it back to the mid there. That's number 5 for Gina Filkins for River Falls. Foul is committed by River Falls, and they're going to give a free kick to Hudson. Taylor Brinkman will take the free kick here after the foul committed by the Wildcats. Brinkman sends the ball up and in. Goes to the midfield area there where Amanda Carey tries to get a touch. River Falls sends it up and then back to their midfield, but it goes to Mackenzie Drace of the Raiders. Drace tries to send the ball up to Hoder but can't connect. River Falls intercepts, get it to the midfield and up to their right flank there. Forward, takes a little chip ball, leads it. There's the River Falls Wildcats, and they score. The game is now tied 1-1 at the 6:25 mark there on a beautiful ball. Assisted by number 19, it was Emma Benusa who sends the ball to number 21, Andrea Eliason. At the 6:25 mark, the game is 1-1 between the Hudson Raiders and the River Falls Wildcats. Early into this game, 1-1, it could bode for a high scoring game here today. Not what I would think. Normally I'd think between Hudson and River Falls is going to be a low scoring game. Both teams play very well defensively. I'm a little bit surprised with 2 goals at the 6:25 mark there. Referee blows the whistle and Hudson takes a kickoff. It rolls forward. They send it back to the midfield there. Amanda Carey has the ball. She sends it back to Taylor Brinkman, or to Emma Olsen, and she gets it back to Amanda Carey in the midfield. Carey tries to lift the ball up and in. It gets flicked by Haynes toward Jordan Heltebrand, but River Falls sends the ball out to the south touchline there. Off of the Wildcats. It's a great throw-in by Hudson, but nobody is there for the Raiders to collect that, and it goes right back to the goalie, Maddie Rowe, number 00 for the Wildcats, who gathers it in and will punt this away. A little better punt, goes beyond midfield this time. River Falls does maintain possession there. There's Marley Johnston, number 8, the freshman for Hudson, who wins that ball. Tries to send it upfield but can't. Actually, Marley must have carried it out of bounds, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Wildcats. The thrower for the Wildcats lifted up her foot. That's going to be reversed and will now be a throw-in for the Raiders. And there's Ani Lewis, a young freshman, number 25, taking the throw-in. Lewis and Johnston, you see Johnston with the ball there. That's a great lofted ball up to the top there. Unfortunately, Hoder and Heltebrand can't get in front of the goalkeeper to create a little bit of a distraction and get an opportunity. That was a great ball by Marley Johnston thrown into the box there. Johnston, the other freshman with Lewis, who are starting most games now for the Hudson Raiders because of their quality of play. River Falls sends a ball up to the right corner there. It is kept in bounds, sent back to their midfielder who lost the ball in but sends it out of bounds on the kick. It's going to be a goal kick for the Hudson Raiders. Number 14, junior Emma Olsen, is going to take that goal kick for the Hudson Raiders. Emma has a great goal kick with loft and a high lofted ball and good depth. She's got good length on her free kicks, and Coach Knutson wants length and depth on those kicks. Beautiful ball sent upfield by Olsen right up to the forward, Maddie Haynes. It is first touched by Haynes, gets it by that defender, goes back to the center D for River Falls, who sends it outside, but Marley Johnston is there, does win the ball. Johnston with the ball, carrying it near the box for the Hudson Raiders, comes across to the center. And here comes Amanda Carey onto the ball at the top of the box. Amanda Carey's a dangerous player with the ball there. Gets it out to Emma Richards, who's been subbed in as a right forward there. Richard gets the ball and lofts it into the goal box area right to the goalkeeper, Maddie Rowe, for River Falls. Hudson is by far out shooting the Wildcats here, but it's a tie, 1-1 at this point in the game. The goalkeeper, Rowe, sends the ball up to the midfield area there, touched by River Falls, turned over. Mackenzie Drace sends it right back to River Falls, though. River Falls sends it to the outside. Emma Olsen's trying to beat the River Falls forward, and she does. Olsen maintains possession of the ball, tries to turn it, but sends it to the River Falls outside mid there. Hudson gets a touch on the ball. Marley Johnston trying to control it from the outside left mid position there. Ani Lewis very strong on the ball there, wins it, gets it to Johnston, who sends it upfield to Haynes, back to Johnston. Johnston trying to maintain possession of the ball here. Carey comes on the ball, does a nice pullback to maintain possession, sends it out to Drace. Drace trying to make a maneuver to get away, sends it back to Carey. Carey's going to loft the ball up to the, I thought it was lofted, but it stayed on the ground right to Emma Richard there, the junior forward for the Raiders right now. Taylor Brinkman coming up to win a ball here. Good work by Taylor Brinkman in the midst of two River Falls Wildcats. There's Emma Richard trying to maintain possession, does a good turn, gets the ball into open space, see if she can loft one in, sends the ball, but it just goes harmlessly to the goalkeeper again. Not enough pace on that ball to be dangerous, but good effort by Emma Richard there, who was able to turn the ball, get into open space, but not give the team a chance to score there. It was just a ball sent to the goalkeeper. Easy save by the River Falls goalkeeper, Maddie Rowe. Ball's in the midfield again, collected there by River Falls. They send it out to the touchline and just send it out of bounds there. It's going to be a throw-in for the Hudson Raiders. You see number 14, Emma Olsen, ready to step in and take the throw, and does. Ball going toward Drace, but it's touched by the Wildcats. Headed by the Wildcats up to their forwards. Flicked on by Andrea Eliason. Taylor Brinkman gets a bump on a forward there. River Falls touches the ball, but that's going to be gathered in by goalkeeper Karen Chuckle for the Raiders. Chuckle ready to punt the ball, and does. Oh, not a great punt, but directional enough to get it to Jess Iverson, the left center mid. She sends it out of bounds there toward Marley Johnston, but Marley was not in a position to trap that ball effectively in the field. It's going to be a throw-in for the River Falls Wildcats as soon as substitutions get on. With substitutions on, River Falls takes the throw-in. Good long throw-in there. Off the midfielder up to the forward. Hudson's Taylor Brinkman is back there. Touches it out to the side. Gets a left foot on it up the field. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for the Wildcats. More substitutions coming onto the field to play there. Mackenzie Drace going off for the Hudson Raiders there, and it looked like it might have been Lauren Milbrandt coming on for the Raiders. Wildcats take the throw in there, sent back to the thrower, who lofts the ball in toward the goal area there. It's on the top of the box. Eliason, dangerous player, number 21 there for the Wildcats, can't get a hold of the ball. Captain Jordan Hildebrand has it there, sends it off. A Wildcat defender, Marley Johnston, has it again. Johnston plays really strong on the ball, good dribbling skills here, getting around players. Has the ball, sends it back to the midfielders there, or back to the defense, and that's going to be Emma Olsen coming onto the ball here with Eliason in fast pursuit. Amanda Carey, center midfielder, right center midfielder, has the ball over to left center midfielder Jess Iverson, nearing the top of the box. Iverson dribbling in, trying to get a shot, but one too many touches, gets away from her, doesn't get the shot, but she does maintain possession. Trying to send that ball out to Marley Johnston, who lost another ball in there, but right to the goalkeeper again. Too many easy balls sent to the goalkeeper, not enough scoring opportunities here. If they lay that ball off more on the 6-yard line by the goal box, where the goalkeeper has to come out of position on the goal, that'll give Hudson opportunities to score. Ball is sent up to the right flank of the River Falls Wildcats. It goes out of bounds off River Falls. It's going to be a Hudson throw-in. Ani Lewis, number 25, takes the throw. Good long throw by Ani. Goes to Haynes there. And Haynes uses their, it's a River Falls throw-in. Actually went off Haynes. Okay. River Falls has control of the ball here. There comes a shot out of the midfield area there. Blocked by the Hudson Raiders and sent upfield toward Jordan Helterbrand, who heads a nice ball there. Maddie Haynes is hopefully going to win this race here and does. Haynes still with the ball. Coming on the left flank there. Haynes with a left-footed shot. Helterbrand with a shot that goes over the goal. Had the goalkeeper out of position there on Haynes' possession, where the goalkeeper, Maddie Rowe, had to focus on Haynes, and the ball came off the ricochet off the keeper, off her shins, came to Jordan Helterbrand there. Helterbrand couldn't get a clean shot low enough to get in the goal there. That would have been a nice goal to put Hudson up 2-1. Plenty of room on the far side of that goalkeeper there, but we just couldn't get the ball into the net. Goal kick will be taken by Maddie Rowe, the goalkeeper for the River Falls Wildcats. Rowe is a big kid. My understanding from Coach Solom, who knows both the River Falls and the Hudson kids well, says that Maddie Rowe is going to be a hockey player for the Wisconsin Badgers. So she does real well in hockey, and playing soccer this year is a good thing for the River Falls Wildcats to have her athletic ability back there and her size. Big, tall, strong kid. Looking good back in goal for the River Falls Wildcats. Emma Olson with the throw-in for the Raiders. Headed up by Katie Woodley, number 21, who's now in as a right midfielder for the Raiders. Brinkman gets a touch up to Jess Iverson, number 7. Iverson carries it forward, crossing the yellow line, which is actually there for lacrosse, and approaching the white line, which is the penalty box for soccer. There's Amanda Carey with the ball now near the lacrosse yellow line there. River Falls intercepts that, tries to send it forward, and does. Taylor Brinkman's there as a center back. Brinkman's going to try to change fields here, and looked like they called a penalty. Well, what did they call here? All right, so that's a delayed penalty where they're giving advantage to River Falls. There must have been something that happened much farther upfield here. They let the advantage play out, and then they blew the whistle when the advantage was lost, and that gives River Falls the free kick from the spot of the foul. Jordan Helterbrand, center forward for the Raiders, is trying to gauge 10 yards distance, as Coach Knutson wants for the River Falls player to have to redirect that kick. Free kick is taken. Possession's maintained in the midfield, trying to send it up to their forward there. Only person nearby is Ani Lewis for the Raiders. Going to let that carry out of bounds. Going to pick up the ball to throw it in, and does. Ani takes the throw-in down the line, and it's touched out by River Falls. It'll be another throw-in by the Raiders. Looks like more substitutions are coming on the field to play, and before we start. With everybody on, Lewis takes the throw for the Raiders. Up the sideline to Maddie Haynes. Haynes lifts a good ball up toward the right forward there for the Raiders is Emma Richard, but it's a little too straight to the keeper area. Oh, that looked like a handball that Amanda Carey may have gotten away with. Ball bouncing up in the air, headed by River Falls. Ball's down to the feet by Amanda Carey. She is just a tenacious player. Sends a right-footed ball in, and 2 bounces. The goalie collects it. Number 26, Lauren Milbrandt, trying to cause some interference for the goalkeeper, but got there a little bit late. Ball is headed by Marley Johnston down to Katie Woodley. Woodley has the ball at her feet, tries to send a through ball to Lauren Milbrandt. Can't get there. River Falls intercepts that ball, takes control at the midfield. Ball's being knocked around there. Marley Johnston, the outside mid, gets a foot on it. River Falls regains control. Haynes gets a touch here. Haynes, very good with the feet, sends the ball out there to Lauren Milbrandt. That ball is just going to go out of bounds, going slow. I want to hustle to see if we can win that thing the whole way. Goalkeeper picks it up. Maddie Rowe for the River Falls Wildcats will take that free kick for the Wildcats. Rowe takes the goal kick, goes to the outside there. Ball just goes out of bounds. That's going to be a throw-in for the Raiders, I believe.
They might tape it and save it forever.
The referee changes his mind there. Coach Knutsen's wondering what's going on. He putting his arms out, asking the referee. Obviously made a change in call there. Knutsen certainly doesn't believe the referee there, and if I know him well enough, Knutsen is saying, sir, you are off the Christmas card list this year. So changes his mind, gives the throw in to the River Falls Wildcats. Doesn't matter. Matty Haynes ends up with the ball there, trying to send it across to the middle. Milbrandt coming on, doesn't get to it. Richard gets near the ball, gets a touch. It goes back to the Raider midfield and then defense. They have a sprint here where River Falls gets a first touch, but Emma Olson dispossesses, wins the ball, tries to send it up, comes back to the River Falls Wildcats, who send it to the middle there. River Falls has got a threat going here until Karin Chuckle decides to step up and make that grab. Takes control of the ball, trying to direct traffic there, and punts the ball away. That's a good punt by Karin Chuckle that drops on the midfield area there. River Falls winning that ball. That's number 5, Gina Filkins for the Wildcats. Pretty active player for them. Her name gets mentioned quite often in the games here. Katie Woodley for the Raiders has the ball, tries to send a ball upfield to Emma Richard there on the right forward position there. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in for the Wildcats. That's about a 10-yard throw in there, kind of a weak ball, but sent to number 2. That's Kinsey Rumley, a junior midfielder there. Number 20 for the Wildcats is Dakota Griezik, who has the ball in the back area there. Ball goes out of bounds off River Falls. It's going to be a throw in. Emma Richard takes the throw, and I believe they're going to call a re-throw on that play as substitutions were coming onto the field. Emma Richard gathers the ball back again, number 10 there for the Hudson Raiders. Emma Richard, the junior forward midfielder, gets a throw into the box there. River Falls gets a head on it and sends it out, but Matty Haynes gets a touch, tries to get through, gets a shot off there, but not much on it there. Kind of mishit the ball. Amanda Carey does a chest trap on that ball, brings it down to the ground, sends it back to Katie Woodley. Woodley gets a right foot on it. Can't get it around a second defender there. River Falls sends it out of bounds. That's going to be a Hudson Raider throw in. Emma Olson, number 14, the junior defender for Hudson, takes the throw, sends it to Woodley, who sends it back to Emma. Emma lifts the ball, trying to get it up toward Milbrandt there. Goalkeeper makes a nice play on the ball, almost runs her own defender over and gets a pat on the back for grabbing that ball. You can see the size difference of that goalkeeper compared to the average player for River Falls. She's about a foot taller and won't talk about the weight, but she's got a few more pounds than most of those players. Just a big kid. And there's Ani Lewis for the Raiders, touching the ball out of bounds. Goes off of Ani. It's going to be a throw in for the River Falls Wildcats. They send it back to one of their defenders to take the throw, much like Knutsen believes. Get all your players in the playing field to receive the ball. And they send it upfield. Ani gets a touch out of bounds again to reset for the Raiders. River Falls takes the throw. Taylor Brinkman tries to get a touch. Not much on that ball. Marley Johnson gets a touch, and Tyler Huber, who's entered the game for the Raiders now, also gets a touch on that. But it's possessed by River Falls. They have the ball in the midfield there. Left-footed shot gets sent up toward the top of the box. And that's where the Raiders' Katie Woodley, Katie Woodley gets rudely shoved out of bounds there, and under the guise of playing the ball, got away with a foul there. Emma Olson takes the throw in for the Wildcats there, up to Emma Richard. Richard has the ball, trying to get it up the flank. Milbrandt's in front of her, but Emma maintains possession of the ball. Nice bit of dribbling there by Emma Richard, trying to get around the player, and does a nice cutback with the right foot. Lifts it up and into the box area there. Nobody there for the Raiders until the Wildcats touch it, and they get it to Katie Woodley. River Falls sends it upfield and starts the counterattack there, but Ani Lewis sends the ball back in to the midfield and forwards. Ball goes out of bounds, so that's going to be a River Falls Wildcat throw-in off Ani Lewis of the Raiders. Coach Knutsen on the sideline there, directing traffic for where he wants the Raiders to be. Matty Haynes collects the ball in, sends the ball in just to the goal box area there. Sent back out of bounds, or sent back outside out of pressure, I should say. Ball goes to Ani Lewis, and Ani can't contain it before the crown of the field gets the best of it and goes out of bounds. Wildcats take the throw in there, headed by Andrea Eliason. It goes back to the midfield area there. Ball's overtaken by Marley Johnston. Let's see if that ball stayed in. It did not. Ball goes out of bounds. That's going to be a Wildcat throw in upfield there where it went out with Marley trying to maintain possession. Wildcats have the throw in here. Substitutions come on. You see Maddie Haynes there getting a jug of water from the sideline there. Takes a quick drink, throws the bottle back. Tyler Huber trying to win a ball. It's possessed by River Falls. They maintain possession from the midfield there. Amanda Carey trying to win that ball, goes to the outside flank. River Falls still has control of the ball, sends the ball in toward the center part of the field there, and River Falls gets a touch on it, but there's Katie Woodley to direct it away. Ball still bouncing there. Taylor Brinkman sends the ball up to the midfield area there. Possession going back and forth, nobody really controlling here until River Falls sends a flat ball out to the left wing there. Trying to maintain possessions, number 8, Katie Belisle. And the ball goes to the center of the field there. Dangerous area for the Raiders. Hudson gets it out of the danger zone there, back up into the midfield, and they send it back to their defenders there. Emma Richards wins the ball from the top there, does a nice turn. See if she can get by the defender. She's shielding well there. Richard trying to get the ball shielded away, and does. Turns, and now gets it into a little open space. Puts her right foot on it. Nobody there for the Raiders up in the center forward position there. Marley Johnston, number 8, who's now playing a midfield position for the Raiders, getting a touch. But River Falls controls, goes off of Tyler Huber of the Raiders. And the Wildcats still maintain possession there. Wildcats on the top of the box. Andrea Eliason sends it into her forward, gets a shot off, but it goes right to the belly of goalie Karen Chuckle for the Hudson Raiders. Dressed out in the oranges today. The goalkeepers have to wear colors different than the other uniforms on the field, so you'll see them in some pretty wild colors sometimes. They can't wear the colors of either team. So ball gets sent in to the attacking third for River Falls. They do maintain possession and then lose it there. That was a good bit of work by the River Falls Wildcat player there until she lost control and the ball goes out of bounds harmlessly. That'll be Raiders ball. You see captain number 21 there, Andrea Eliason for River Falls. She's a all-conference caliber player and arch enemy of the Raiders. Taylor Brinkman sets the ball down on the goal line there, and we'll take this next goal kick for the Raiders. Nice lofted ball up and in, headed down by the River Falls Wildcats. Brinkman gets a touch on the ball, but sends it to the midfield there where Eliason, boy, sends the ball up and over the frame onto the back post there. That looked dangerous, and that's what happens when the Raiders let the Wildcats take shots that are open in the midfield. Chuckle now will take this goal kick for the Hudson Raiders. Good ball by Chuckle as well. Good length, good depth on that ball. It's touched out of bounds by the Wildcats. That should be a Raider throw-in, and it is. Substitutions coming on board. Jess Iverson coming in for Amanda Carey there. Number 7 in for number 3. Carey will get a little bit of a break. He'll get some air, get some water.
Coming in for the Raiders, number 7, Jessica Iverson.
Taking it over when you're 3 feet in front of the goal.
Waiting for substitutions here. River Falls Wildcat player came off. I think she got hit in the nose with the ball. Actually, I believe got a bloody nose on that. Ani Lewis takes the throw in there. It is controlled by the Raiders. Jess Iverson puts a left foot on it, trying to get it up to the left flank, and that's Savannah Jensen, number 5 there for the Raiders. Jensen, with her first bit of action, gets a right foot ready to uncork, and does. Sends it right to the goalkeeper, Maddie Rowe for the River Falls Wildcats. Not enough mustard on that to get through into the goal, but a good bit of effort by Savannah Jensen. River Falls has the ball in the midfield here, trying to maintain possession. Goes off the head of Katie Woodley there. Woodley now with the ball, trying to go on the right flank. Sends a long ball up, too far for Jordan Hiltebrand on the right there. Goes right to the keeper, Maddie Rowe, who will punt this ball away. Maddie Rowe all in black today for the Wildcats. Nice punt by Rowe past midfield. That's as long a punt as we've seen today. Well done by Rowe. The Raiders maintain possession there from Brinkman to Ani Lewis, but it goes back to the Wildcats there. And Katie Woodley comes up to win a ball and does, but it goes back to the Wildcats there. Up on their right flank, and Emma Olson is there with the ball, trying to maintain possession without kicking it out of bounds and giving them the throw, and does. Nice bit of work by Olson there to win that ball and keep it in play. Nice switch of fields by the Wildcats there. Let's see if Hudson can regain possession here. Wildcats maintain possession. They send it up to the right corner there, but that's going to go out of bounds and be a goal kick for the Hudson Raiders.
Subbing in for the Raiders, number 11, Kenzie Trice.
Substitutions coming on and off the field here. Number 14 for the Raiders, Emma Olson, will be taking this goal kick. Another long ball by Emma Olson, touched out in the midfield by River Falls, up to their left forward. Mackenzie Drace does a nice job of coming back, winning the ball, using the River Falls defender. That should actually be a Hudson throw, but it looks like they're giving it to River Falls. I didn't see that Drace used the River Falls player and it went out on her, but the referee called it as they did. River Falls gets a shot here. Drace ends up getting hit in the head with that shot. The ball goes into the center there. Marley Johnson of the Raiders falls down, but the ball's harmlessly sent off to the right side of the goal by the Wildcats, and that's going to be a goal kick for the Hudson Raiders. Ani Lewis runs to get that ball. Or the other one that's over there.
Number 3, Amanda Carey.
You can see the bright sunshine at about 7:30 p.m. here tonight, casting long shadows onto the field here at the Hudson Middle School, the stadium field used for the varsity and the JV teams for Hudson High School soccer. Brinkman takes the free kick for the Raiders. It's headed out to the side by River Falls, but possession's maintained there by the midfielder. Sent up to Savannah Jensen, number 5 for the Raiders, and the Wildcats just send the ball harmlessly out of bounds. Amanda Carey, number 3, takes the throw in, trying to combine with Jensen on the right side there. Jensen gets a pretty good whack on number 19. That's Emma Banusa from River Falls there, and no call for Hudson there. We'll take it. Amanda Carey taking the throw in here, trying to put the ball near the box, headed by the River Falls Wildcats. Hudson knocking down Wildcats left and right here. No calls are being made, so we'll just accept that. Ani Lewis with possession of the ball for the Raiders, trying to get it out to the left side there to Amanda Carey, number 3, the senior midfielder for the Raiders. Carey carrying it up the left side, gets it to Jensen, trying to give and go with Carey. Jensen lost possession. River Falls temporarily maintained. That was a good use by Ani Lewis off the River Falls defender to gain that throw in, and they do. Unfortunately, we then just threw the ball out of bounds, and that's going to be a goal kick for the River Falls Wildcats. That's a wasted possession there by the Raiders. Maddie Stowe, goalkeeper for the River Falls Wildcats, sets the ball down for the goal kick for the Wildcats. Senior captain, number 13, Jordan Helterbrand, in the middle of your picture there, trying to win a ball in the air for the Raiders. Ball goes further to the right of the Wildcats field there, and Marley Johnson ends up with possession. Tries to get it up to Jensen and does, who gets the ball out to Carey. Carey on the left flank is a dangerous player because of her foot skills and her heavy shot right and left foot. Carey brings the ball back around, cuts it back, regains possession there, puts the ball on her left foot, lifts one into the box area. Nobody there for the Raiders. Number 9, Jacqueline Balsiger for River Falls was there. First time mentioning her name in the game today. Balsiger kicks the ball out of bounds. It's going to end up being a corner kick for the Hudson Raiders here. And Brinkman will set the ball down. The Raiders have a couple of sets. They have a goal line set for the formation on the corner kicks and a arc set. They also have one that they call house. This time it looked like they were in the arc set. Hudson has the ball in the goal box here, and unfortunately, it was Maddie Haynes there who got a touch on the ball, but it went right to the goalkeeper in the middle of the box there. A lot of congestion in the middle of the box. Goalkeeper was lucky enough to end up with a Christmas present early. Marley Johnson with the ball now for the Raiders, trying to maintain possession. Gets her right foot on it, sends it to the top of the box where Jordan Helterbrand's there. Helterbrand gets her right foot off, but misses her mark, and looked like she might have landed on her foot wrong there. A little bit of hobbling there after the shot. High and wide of the mark there on that shot by Helterbrand. Maddie Rowe for the River Falls Wildcats, the goalkeeper, will set the ball down for the free kick for the Wildcats. Rowe takes the kick, short kick. Chest trap by Helterbrand to get the ball onto the ground there. Goes out toward the left touch line there. River Falls gets a touch on it, sends it out of bounds. Emma Olson for the Hudson Raiders gets the throw in. It goes back and forth by the Raiders there. Eventually, River Falls Wildcats end up with a possession here. Gina Filkins with the ball currently. Andrea Eliason runs on the ball, sends the ball, slots it up toward her center mid or center forward and left forward there, but the ball goes harmlessly to Karen Chuckle, who gathers it in and punts it away for the Raiders. Jess Iverson with control of the ball for the Raiders in the midfield, sends a left-footed shot toward Maddie Haynes. They're now playing center forward. Haynes goes left, then cuts it right. Top of the box, sends the ball out to Jordan Heltebrand. Heltebrand gets a right foot on it and sends a lofted ball right to the goalkeeper again, Maddie Rowe. Rowe throws the ball to her midfielder there, Gina Filkins, number 5 for the Wildcats, who sends it out to the right wing there. Unfortunately, no Wildcat out there to receive. Only person nearby is Ani Lewis, the left D for the Raiders. Ani Lewis takes the throw in for the Raiders, puts it up the line, trying to get it to Amanda Carey, and does. Carey back taps it to herself there, tries to get it up the line to Savannah Jensen. River Falls steps in, kicks that ball out and over the fence there, past the gator for the athletic trainer there, Mike Renfro. Somebody will go get that ball. Amanda Carey takes that throw in for the Raiders. Oh, I'm sorry, that was left defender as Carey's in the picture there. Goes off of River Falls, be another throw in. Carey will maybe take this throw because she is the longer thrower in the box. There's photographer Michael Huber in the background there. Nice to see Michael taking pictures for the Raiders. Does a great job with his photography. Take a look at Michael Huber's photos online. Great photographer as a local architect in town here. Taylor Brinkman back with the ball, center back for the Raiders, trying to get it up and out of harm's way. Sends it to the midfield there. They send it to Eliason up in the forward position, but I believe she was offsides, and that's what they called. That'll be a free kick for the Raiders at the spot of the indiscretion by Eliason, number 21 there for the Raiders. Brinkman takes the free kick, gets it all the way up to Maddie Haynes, who traps that ball, gets it down to her feet, trying to use her speed to get it up and out, and she does. She sends the ball in toward Mackenzie Drace there, but River Falls intercepts. They try to send it upfield. There's Emma Olson winning a ball. Still has control. Emma Olson going from a right defensive spot all the way over to a left inside mid-type position. She'll recover now after sending that ball up. Up and out of bounds. It's going to be a Hudson throw in here after some additional substitutions. Ani throws it up to the top area there. Amanda Carey going after the ball, does win this ball. See what she can do. Gets a left foot off, up and in. It's headed by the River Falls Wildcats. Savannah Jensen has a shot at the ball there. Does get a shot, but right into the shins of the Wildcats. Jess Iverson tries to get a right foot shot, but it can't get it off the ground, and again hits congestion there. Mackenzie Drace sends it back to Iverson, trying to get a foot on it, but it goes right into a Wildcat defender. Number 3, Carey trying to win the ball. A lot of congestion here. Marley Johnston taps back to Jess Iverson. Cuts it, puts it on her left foot, chips it into Marley Johnston. Johnston with a left-footed shot that goes right to keeper Maddie Rowe. A lot of action by the Hudson Raiders in the goal box here, but nothing with any urgency on the ball or weight on the pass, and Hudson doesn't end up with a good quality scoring chance there anyway, and they should have had 2 or 3. Ani Lewis sends the ball up to Jensen, number 5, the young freshman for the Raiders, one of 3 freshmen that start on play on the varsity team. Iverson sends the ball to Jensen again. Jensen tries to get the ball to Carey and does. Carey has the ball, trying to cut it to the center there. Carey with the right foot, headed out by River Falls. Trying to maintain possession here is tough right now. Nobody's really doing a good job of controlling and making 2, 3, 4, 5 connected passes in a row. It's kind of a frantic style of play right now where both teams get a touch or two and then it goes away. Coach Knutson talking to Ani Lewis there on what he'd like to see in the next possession and throw in as River Falls continues to substitute. And here's Ani Lewis ready to take the throw. And does. Ani throws that ball to the corner, see if a Raider is going to get there. And River Falls just bangs it out of bounds. Boy, that's what drives Knutson crazy for Hudson, is when his defenders just lose their composure and take the easy way out to knock it out of bounds and give them a throw, because this is what happens. And Carey throws a long ball in the box and creates a scoring opportunity. And this is what happens from that, because River Falls just casually sends it out the end line on the back there, and they get another corner kick. Raiders have, if I'm recalling right, this will probably be their 6th corner kick, and I don't think River Falls has taken one yet. Emma Olson, number 14, steps up to take this corner for the Raiders, raises her hand, lifts it in toward the goal box area there. It's kind of a short kick. Jess Iverson gets a foot on it, but can't get it past the River Falls Wildcat defender. Ball goes to the midfield there. Amanda Carey has the ball. She has control. Sends the ball into the right flank over there. Jordan Helterbrand, senior captain for the Raiders, has the ball. Cuts it back past the River Falls defender. Lays it off for number 9, Grace Potter there. Potter gets a left foot on it, but it's blocked by the River Falls Wildcats. Iverson puts a left foot on it. Crosses all the way over. Helterbrand sends it back into the box. Haynes gets a touch. Nothing dangerous again, but looked like a potential play for the Hudson Raiders as a scoring opportunity. We're going to get another corner out of this. Let's see who comes over to take this corner kick for the Raiders. Still going to be Emma Olson. We'll take a look and see which set she calls, which number she calls, and which primary she calls, which is what Coach Knutson wants out of them. Can't see the whole field here, but Emma sends the ball up into the arc again. A little bit too long for the arc there, but Maddie Haynes is coming onto the ball, sends it back to Olson. Olson sends it switching fields over to Iverson. Hudson can't maintain possession there. It goes to River Falls, and here comes a counterattack there. Ani Lewis stops that counterattack by getting the ball. She sends it out of bounds, but it allows Hudson to reset. Good bit of defending by Ani Lewis there, the young freshman. River Falls defender tells the mid to drop the ball and get up into the field. That's the same way Knutson coaches the throws. They throw the ball. Ani Lewis touches it out of bounds. It's just down the field another 15 yards, and River Falls gets another throw. There's Coach Solom directing traffic right now in the black there. You can see him. Charles Connolly, the head coach, listening to Coach Solom coach that team. Ani Lewis with the ball on the left side just sends it out of bounds, uncharacteristic of Ani. Ani should try to use that River Falls player and bang it off her shins and take the throw for the Raiders. Instead, the ball just goes out of bounds, and River Falls will have the throw in their attacking third near Hudson's goal box. Ani Lewis gets a touch there, sends it up to Marley Johnston. Ball bounces off her knee a little far, but she still maintains possession, sending a nice long ball up to Savannah Jensen. Savannah Jensen, number 5, the freshman with the ball. Savannah Jensen still trying to get into open space there. Good bit of defensive work by the River Falls Wildcats till Marley Johnston came back on the scene there and tried to win the ball, but it went off Marley's shins on a rebound there, and that'll be a goal kick for the River Falls Wildcats. Maddie Rowe for the River Falls Wildcats will be taking this goal kick. Ball goes into the midfield there, touched, volleyed by Jess Iverson, sent in by the Hudson defense, but nobody up on top to be able to receive that, and goes right to Maddie Rowe of the Wildcats again. She'll punt this ball away. Marginal punt there. Bounces once. Number 9, Grace Potter, heads it directionally over to Jordan Helterbrand. Nice job by Grace Potter. Helterbrand sends the ball. Maddie Rowe there struggles with a very casual save there. Easy save, but she made it look difficult. She's got a little bit of wobble in her walk and her gait there. I wonder if she hurt herself there. She punts that ball, and it's Ani Lewis trying to win the ball and does. Loses it, though, to River Falls. River Falls coming in. Taylor Brinkman near the ball there, trying to defend. Wins the ball and sends a long ball out with the right foot. Good job by Brinkman again. River Falls Wildcat defender steps up, sends the ball out to the left flank. There's River Falls with an opportunity. Karen Shuckle comes out. Oh my goodness, good goal-scoring opportunity for River Falls. They congratulate each other here. Chuckle makes a fantastic play coming out of the goal, going down horizontal, blocks that ball up and over the goal. I'm not quite sure why they're giving the goal kick to the Hudson Raiders. It looked like that ball was clearly off Chuckle as she went down and saved that ball, but it may have bounced back into the River Falls defender and then out of bounds. It's probably what happened. The ref was in a good position to make the call. Hudson takes the goal kick. Helterbrand sends the ball upfield toward Maddie Haynes. Can't connect on that, and River Falls sends it back. Hudson does win the ball there. Number 25 is Ani Lewis, the left defender for the Raiders. She sends it up to Amanda Carey, number 3, the left mid for the Hudson Raiders. Carey sends the ball up. Hudson loses it, then regains it. Jess Iverson with the ball now, losing and regaining. River Falls now controls the ball. They try to send it up to their right flank. It's touched by Ani Lewis. Now Amanda Carey onto the ball again. Sends that ball up to Jess Iverson, number 7, the junior midfielder. Iverson sends the ball across to the midfield area to Maddie Haynes, but Hudson can't get any scoring opportunity on that play. River Falls with the ball. Number 16 now is Sydney DeBro for River Falls. Sends the ball up and out. Taylor Brinkman, number 15 there for the Raiders. He uses the River Falls Wildcat defender and knocks it out of bounds, and Hudson should be taking this throw. Brinkman gives the ball to Ani Lewis. Ani will be taking that throw from where it went out of bounds. She steps up and does. Good throw by Ani toward the sideline there, off of River Falls again. That's going to go to Hudson. Amanda Carey takes this throw, and look at the length on Carey's throw, the senior. Small kid, but man, whether it's technique or core strength or whatever, Amanda Carey has one of the longest throws on the team, and very much appreciated by Coach Knutson. Ani Lewis gets the ball over to Jess Iverson. Jeff's taking a little too much time, overhandles the ball. River Falls wins it and then loses it. Ani Lewis back on the ball there. Goes out of bounds off Lewis, and it's going to be a River Falls throw-in. Substitutions coming on for River Falls. Mike Renfro, athletic trainer at Catalyst Sports Medicine there, handing the ball to the River Falls Wildcats. They take the throw, goes off the Wildcats. Carey with a quick start for the Raiders, sends the ball upfield. Savannah Jensen on a bit of a breakaway here, trying to get the ball through to Maddie Haynes. Haynes gets the ball, she gets it on the right foot. Haynes with a shot, and it goes to the right side of the goal. Or Helterbrand trying to win a ball and can't quite get there. Ball goes out of bounds, it's going to be a goal kick. That's the half. I believe the whistle just blew for the half. Here we are in a 1-1 tie with the River Falls Wildcats, and a tough Big Rivers Conference game ready to start the second half here. In the first half, the Hudson Raiders outshot the Wildcats 15-5. Out of the 15 shots for the Raiders, 12 were on goal and 1 goal. For the River Falls Wildcats, they had 5 shots, 3 were on the frame, and 1 goal too. So out shooting them 3-1, but the score is tied 1-1 here. It's going to be a tough game for the Raiders to win. River Falls ready to take the second half kickoff here, and does. They send the ball upfield out to the right flank for them. Trying to get it out there to number 2, Kinsey Rumley. Can't maintain possession from Hudson, and River Falls maintains and gets the throw in here. Ball is sent in. That's number 5, Gina Filkins, sends it to the midfield position there. It's midfielder number 4. That is Mariah Mard for the Wildcats. Jess Iverson has the ball now for the Raiders. Tries to send it up to the right flank there to Montana Hoder, and does. Hoder still trying to maintain possession, push through 2 defenders there, can't quite get through. River Falls just sends the ball up and out. When River Falls is under pressure in the back, I think that's their MO. They just kick it out of bounds and try to reset. I know that drives Knutson crazy for the Raiders. He still wants the Raiders to maintain possession even under pressure. Hoder gets a touch on the ball, over to Drace. Drace over to Helterbrand. Helterbrand on the top of the box there. Does a nice cut. Left-footed shot by Helterbrand and bangs that ball into the goal. Good work by the Hudson Raiders there. Jordan Helterbrand maneuvering at the 6:25 mark of the second half. They're 46 minutes in to the game, and they're 1 minute into the second half, I should say, and gets that shot off. Amazing shot by Jordan Helterbrand to go up 2-1 for the Hudson Raiders, and just an outstanding shot by Helterbrand for that goal. Putting the Hudson Raiders up 2-1 in the game here. Let's see if the Raiders can add to that tally and or hold the River Falls Wildcats off for a win there. River Falls takes the kickoff now, down 2-1. They send a long ball up there. Taylor Brinkman's back for the Raiders, trying to get the ball down to her feet, and does. Brinkman gets into some free space, trying to get it to the midfield. Can't get it through. Marg from River Falls gets the ball. Number 19 for the Wildcats is Benusa. Benusa trying to get that ball upfield. She can't do that either. Now Maddie Haynes digs back and wins the ball there. Haynes trying to switch fields and get it up to Helterbrand and Hoder. on the right side there. Hoder trying to win this ball, has it at her feet, tries to send it back to the midfield, but River Falls intercepts, trying to get it upfield there. Brinkman steps in. Marg sends the ball up, and let's see what's happening here. Ani Lewis, River Falls gets a breakaway. And oh, man, that was a golden opportunity for the River Falls Wildcats. Number 16 for the Wildcats, Sydney DeBrow, has an opportunity to go one-on-one with the keeper, and at about the 10-yard line there, she sends the ball 10 yards over the goalpost there. Missed opportunity for the River Falls Wildcats as they snuck through on a breakaway there and couldn't convert. Boy, Coaches Solom and Conley have to be pulling their hair out with poor technique exhibited there by DeBrow for the River Falls Wildcats. Here's the Raiders taking the throw in there on the right side of their field as they head east with the ball there. Midfielder Mackenzie Drace with the ball, gets turned on the Wildcats there, still maintains possession of the ball, going down the right flank there. Now they say the referee says the ball went out of bounds there. That's going to be a throw-in for the Wildcats. Two to one here in the game today. Hudson Raiders over the River Falls Wildcats in a tough Big Rivers Conference matchup. Hudson has one loss on the year to Eau Claire Memorial. River Falls has a couple losses at this point. That's going to be a throw-in for the Raiders. Number 14, junior Emma Olson with the throw-in for the Raiders. Gets it upfield, trying to get it there to Mackenzie Drace. Drace going to pass back here probably. Yeah, still trying to maneuver. Actually gets turned, but turns the ball right over to Marg of River Falls. Hudson wins the ball back there, and then River Falls gets a touch. Headed up by the Wildcats. Trying to get it up to DeBrew again. DeBrew with a header there, but Ani Lewis sends it out. DeBrew with another opportunity on the top of the box. Sends a very weak ball with the right foot to Karen Chuckle. DeBrew is getting the opportunities, but she is not exhibiting enough technique to finish. But certainly something Hudson's going to have to be careful of, because DeBrew has gotten two golden opportunities to score and tie the game and can't quite do it. Helterbrand touches the ball with her head, but it goes to the River Falls defense there. Number 18 is Avery Woolley that sends that ball up the left flank. Marley Johnston wins the ball, sends it to Drace. Drace trying to get it back up to Marley. Helterbrand gets it over to Marley Johnston, number 8 on the right flank. They're trying to cross it in. Hoder does end up winning the ball there. Trips, though, and River Falls ends up with the ball. Jess Iverson for the Raiders gets it, touches it back to Emma Olson. Emma Olson lifts the ball up, trying to get it to Amanda Carey or Maddie Haynes there. Haynes coming onto the ball. Haynes is probably going to get called for that foul. Does not. I thought she'd get called for the push there as that kid went down hard for River Falls. Mackenzie Drace wins that ball, has control of the ball, sends it back to her right defender, Emma Olson. Olson tries to get the ball back up to the midfield to Drace, and does. Drace lifts a good ball into the middle there. Haynes tries to get a touch and can't. Carey tries to get a touch, but it's kicked out by the Wildcats there. Helterbrand puts the ball into the left corner there where Amanda Carey gathers it. Carey trying to get some space, lifts it up and into the goal box area. Let's see if the Raiders are there. Touched by the Wildcats and collected by their goalie, Maddie Rowe. No harm, no foul there, and Hudson had a good opportunity, but could not convert anything on that play. Jess Iverson touches a long punt in the midfield, but can't control. Goes to Marg for River Falls, back to Jess Iverson, who sends it out to Mackenzie Drace, the right midfielder for the Raiders. Drace trying to keep the ball in bounds and does, dribbling down the flank there. Touches the ball in, just a push pass to Hoder. Hoder trying to do a give and go. Gets it to Drace, uses the River Falls Wildcats. That should be a corner kick, and it is. The River Falls Wildcats look a little indignant there, but it clearly was a use by Mackenzie Drace off the River Falls defender, and that was a good call by the referee there. Emma Olson, number 14, the junior defender for the Raiders, is going to take this corner. Sends it to the first forward there. Hoder sends it back to Olson, who lost the ball into the goal box there. Carey has a right-footed shot that hits traffic, and it's knocked out of the danger zone there by the River Falls Wildcats. Ani Lewis tries to send it back in and does. Helterbrand gets a left-footed shot off, turns, and it's headed back out. Helterbrand sends a right-footed shot there up to Montana Hoder on the right. And Hoder trying to get a touch here. That's, Hoder sends it in. Not any power or anything, not a great goal-scoring opportunity, but some danger there by the Raiders. Maddie Rowe gets the ball, punts it out of harm's way again for the Wildcats. Jess Iverson touches the ball down, battling for the ball with Marg of River Falls. They send it back and forth. Marg sends the ball back up to her forward there, number 21, Andrea Eliason. They can't connect on that. Marley Johnston of the Raiders is going to win this ball on the right sideline for the Raiders. Looking for an opportunity there, keeps dribbling down the flank, gets it into the feet of the defender who dispossesses the ball from Marley. Marley trying to win it back, goes off of Marley Johnston. That's going to be a River Falls Wildcat throw-in. 2-1 is the score here with the Hudson Raiders over the River Falls Wildcats. Emma Olson, defender for the Raiders, takes the throw in there. Referee whistling the foul is going to call a, well, I don't know what he's going to call here. I think he may have called offsides, actually. No, he called a foul on the Wildcats. That's going to be a free kick for the Hudson Raiders. Boy, must have called a handball. I didn't see it, quite frankly. Emma Olson for the Raiders ready to take this quick start and does. Lifts it up and in toward the box. Headed out. Amanda Carey had an opportunity to get a touch on it there. Couldn't maintain control of the ball. That's number 16, DeBrew for the Wildcats coming out with the ball there from the top of the box. Gets sent back in, but Maddie Haynes gets called, I believe, for an offsides there. She was in an offside position, came back, and she can't be the first one of the Raiders to touch the ball. She has to reestablish her onside position. I know that's a call that drives Knutson crazy, too. Coach Knutson obviously wants the Hudson Raider forwards to be sure that they're hustling back and reestablishing their onside positions. In that case, Haynes was just a little slow getting back, touched the ball, and the whistle was called. River Falls takes the free kick from the spot of the foul there, lifts it up and over the center field mark there. Jess Iverson, midfielder for the Raiders, has it, cuts the ball back, trying to maintain possession against Marg of River Falls. Sends it out to the right flank there. Nobody there for the Raiders, though. Hudson's got to do a better job of connecting. That was a pure case of Jess Iverson kicking and hoping, and that's not going to work for the Raiders. River Falls with the ball here, sends the ball up to the center mid position, and they try to get it up to the right there to DeBrew. Marg has the ball, battling with Iverson. Iverson gets called for the foul. That's going to be a free kick for the River Falls Wildcats. Hudson gets reset on defense as all hands on deck are going to get back, including the forwards there. You see Heltebrand and Haynes along with Hoder coming back. Knutson normally wants somebody within 10 yards of the kick there, but that wasn't a very good kick. Although it was headed out by Emma Olson, that's another thing that drives Knutson crazy when kids use headers in the box area and don't know where they're going. He would rather not see that happen. There's River Falls with an opportunity here on their kick. They went 2-on-1 with that corner and kind of confused Hudson a little bit. Haynes trying to win a ball there, goes up in the air for it. Ball's just kicked out of bounds by the River Falls Wildcats. You can see 54-41 into the game here of a 90-minute game. So we have about 35 minutes to go in this contest. Hudson Raiders are ahead 2-1. It's been a hard-fought contest here. Speed on both sides of the ball. Offensive opportunities being controlled by Hudson, but the score is only 2-1 Raiders. River Falls sends the ball upfield. Mackenzie Drace of Hudson wins the ball, tries to go to Heltebrand. Heltebrand with control, turns and fires with her left, but that was another kick and hope opportunity. Luckily, Hudson ended up with the ball there. Haynes touches it over to Carey. Carey with her speed on the left side uses it. River Falls trying to ride Carey out of bounds with her shoulder, and Carey gladly let them kick it out the end line there, and will take the corner kick every time. So let's see who's taking the corner for Hudson. It's going to be big number 15, Taylor Brinkman, one of the taller kids on the team. Great power, great length to her game. Does a nice job chipping or driving these goal kicks, or the corner kicks, I should say, and goal kicks. She takes the short kick there. That goes to Iverson, who tries to send it back to her, but it goes out of bounds off of the River Falls defender. Hudson will get another corner. Hudson has 3 sets. They have the goal line set, the arc set, and the house set that they'll call. Let's see if we can get an idea of which one this is. Brinkman puts the ball down here, and she is going to send this ball again to Iverson, who sends it back to Brinkman. Same play as last time. It allows Brinkman to come in another 10 or 15 yards. Header opportunity there looked by Emma Richard, who got ahead on that ball. Wasn't a wicked scoring opportunity there, but it was a scoring opportunity. Good job by Richard getting the head on the ball there. Here's Andrea Eliason just battling for the ball with Emma Olson. I believe they're going to call a foul. Oh my goodness, I don't know how they call the foul on Hudson there. Again, you can see Coach Knutson going, you have to be kidding. That was clearly a foul on the River Falls Wildcats. And they called it the other way. Coach Knutson, there you go. Coach Knutson saying, ref, you're back on the Christmas list, because I believe Knutson's arguing there, got the call turned, and that's exactly right. It's the right call. The foul was committed by River Falls, clearly on that play. I think referee is telling Coach Knutson, you don't need to argue so adamantly. I'll get it right eventually. Emma Olson for the Raiders sends the ball up in the air out toward Richard. The ball comes down to number 9, Jacqueline Balsiger for the River Falls Wildcats. Goes out of bounds off the Wildcats. Mackenzie Drace going to take the throw, tries to get it to Marley Johnston, number 8 for the Raiders. Johnston with the ball control here, turns and tries to get it back to Jess Iverson. The ball on Iverson's foot, she tries to pull it back, tries to send a short ball to Drace and does. Drace in a little bit of open space, slots a ball to Jordan Helterbrand. Helterbrand with the ball on the right foot, and it sends it to the right side of the goal. That was a pretty good opportunity. Helterbrand in the right place. It was nice that she was able to receive the ball and turn and fire. Just went to the right of the goal there. I'd like to see a little more power on that ball in the goal box there, and something that we can bury into the back of the net there. But it was a good piece of work by all involved there for the Raiders. Maddie Rove, the goalkeeper for the River Falls Wildcats, to take the free kick, and does. Hudson intercepts that ball. Emma Richard with the ball, gets a touch, still in the attacking zone for the Raiders. Richard trying to get by the defense and cannot do that. River Falls wins the ball, but Emma Olson wins it back, gets it to Jess Iverson, number 7 in the midfield, who loses the ball to River Falls there. Sends it out to Amanda Carey. Amanda Carey does a nice job sending it back to Ani Lewis, gives it back to Carey on the left sideline there. Carey gets it up to Haynes. Haynes gets the ball in the center of the midfield, tries to get a ball to Jordan Helterbrand, and does. Number 19 runs onto that ball. That's Emma Benusa, who wins that ball away from Helterbrand. Hudson with control of the ball again. Iverson with the ball, back taps there and temporarily has it, loses it, tries to get it to Johnson and does. Johnson back to Iverson. Iverson sends it up. It's headed out by River Falls, but
Hey, I have hardly talked.
there is Jessica Iverson again trying to win the ball and does. Helterbrand with a right-footed touch over to the left side to Maddie Haynes. River Falls wins that ball, but it's going to go off of River Falls and out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for the Raiders. Amanda Carey taking this throw in the attacking third because of the length of her throws. Carey does a nice job getting the ball up and in the box. You'll hear Coach Knutson hollering right about now, in the box, in the box. So Amanda Carey here with the throw. Look at the length of the throw, gets into the box, perfect ball. Marley Johnston is there. Nobody else to help her. Drace runs onto the ball there, but it goes harmlessly to the goalkeeper, Maddie Rowe. You know, with a throw-in like Amanda Carey has, the Hudson players need to recognize that and be able to be in that goal box to win that. Not enough effort by the Raiders on that play. Marley Johnston sends the ball back down, and the Wildcats get this. Maddie Haynes, a little push in the back there, did they call it? And they did. Referee saw that one when the River Falls Wildcat girl, her arms flew up in the air like somebody just killed her puppy. The referee kind of saw that and gave her the call.
Yeah, you should just put a tag on everybody and then push it, and everybody's
Taking the kick here for the Wildcats is Emma Benusa. Benusa sends the ball up. Ani Lewis gets a touch on it. River Falls touches it. Taylor Brinkman gets it here. Sends it out to her left foot there. Trying to get it up the line, but it goes out of bounds. Can't quite get turned enough to keep it in. It's going to be a River Falls throw-in. There's number 2, Kinsey Rumley, who's going to take this throw-in for the Wildcats. Trying to get it to Gina Filkins, and does. Filkins hits a header, though, and just knocks it out of bounds. The ball's going to go back to Hudson there. See the ball kid there is Paul Jensen, president of the Hudson Sidekick Boosters Club. Good to have Paul here and helping out. Ball goes out of bounds there. And Benusa is going to take this throw in. River Falls knocks that ball out of bounds. Ani Lewis is going to take the throw in for the Hudson Raiders at the 61-12 mark of the second half. Ani sends a right foot up over the center line there. Maddie Haynes gets a touch on the left flank. Oh, Haynes tries to send a ball to the middle there when she should have just taken that down the left flank with her speed. Emma Richard out gathering the ball in for the Raiders, tries to put the ball on her right foot. She does lift a nice heavy shot. Nice shot by Emma Richard there. Good power. Goalkeeper Maddie Rowe did a nice job saving that one, but that was a nice shot by Emma Richard on that ball. Rowe punts the ball right on the midfield mark, touched by Jess Iverson, but it goes back to Marg for the River Falls Wildcats. Mariah Marg, the freshman midfielder for the Wildcats. There's number 16 again, Sydney DeBrew with the ball there. Gets it out to 21, Andrea Eliason, I think River Falls' best player. Eliason cuts it back with her left, puts it on her right foot, puts a shot up and in toward the box there. DeBrew has the ball. Brinkman leaning on her a little bit, and she's frustrated there. Brinkman was actually falling down a bit because she fell on the River Falls Wildcat defender. They're going to give a free kick here. You can see Eliason asking for the 10 yards there, the obligatory 10 yards, while Hudson recovers here, and forwards Hiltebrand and Haynes get back into the picture there. Referee stepping off 10 yards. That is a long 10 yards, folks. I could measure that, and I guarantee you that's about 12 to 15. Here's Eliason with the free kick, goes right to Karen Chuckle. Beautiful kick, even better save by Chuckle. Diving push save out of harm's way. Karen Chuckle, well done on that save. Holy smokes, that's one of the best saves of the year by Hudson. That could have tied the game up on the near post there with a 2-2 score had it not been for the heroic save there by Chuckle. That I don't want to underestimate the importance of that save as the game goes by. That was done and gone a minute ago now, but I tell you, folks, that could have very easily tied the game 2-2 on the free kick. Iverson trying to win the ball, gets shoved aside by number 9 there. That's Jacqueline Balsiger for River Falls. Iverson gets knocked out of the way by Balsiger. Ball goes out of bounds, though. It's going to be a throw-in by Ani Lewis, the left defender for the Hudson Raiders. Lewis throws the ball in over the head of the Wildcats there. Amanda Carey trying to win it along with Maddie Haynes, the forward. Haynes, good bit of digging back to win that. Iverson gets the ball to Marley Johnston, can't connect, turns over to River Falls. They send it harmlessly to the midfield where Ani Lewis had control but lost it. Centering here, Andrea Eliason, and here comes DeBrew again. Brinkman touches the ball away from DeBrew. Still dangerous here. Andrea Eliason fighting, but Jess Iverson wins that ball, sends it back to a defender who sends it out of bounds. Knutson will be happy to see that the Raiders worked well together there to get that ball out of harm's way. Man, River Falls had another couple opportunities here. Good strong throw in by the River Falls Wildcats, touched by Emma Olson. Gets it upfield there. What are they calling there? They must have called out of bounds on that ball by Emma Olson. Can't quite see the lines real well, so hard to tell sometimes. That's what they're doing. They're giving River Falls Wildcats a throw in here. They throw it near the box there. Taylor Brinkman has the ball. Here's 16 DeBrew again. Iverson gets the left foot, gets it up and out, and sends it toward Mackenzie Drace there for the Raiders. And Drace carries it out of bounds. It's going to be another throw-in for the River Falls Wildcats. Good strong throw near the box again. Jess Iverson trying to clear that ball out. Hiltebrand has the ball now, sends a strong right foot up toward Maddie Haynes. Haynes tries to flick it forward, but the defender for River Falls gets it. I believe they're going to call the foul on Haynes there again as she knocked the Wildcat defender down. Number 19, Emma Benusa, is getting very accustomed to Maddie Haynes knocking her down. Benusa with the free kick here from the spot of the foul. Good length on her kick, headed down by Ani Lewis. Marg for River Falls gets it over to Gina Filkins. Filkins in the midfield sends it back to Marg. Marg with the ball, tries to slot a ball there to Eliason, can't get it through. Hudson touches it away. Hiltebrand can't win the ball, goes back to River Falls. Top of the box area there is where the next ball gets sent, and Brinkman sends it out again toward Maddie Haynes. See if Haynes can touch this ball. She does touch the ball over to the right side there to Emma Richard. Emma Richard has a breakaway, and Emma Richard sends it right to the goalkeeper. You can see by the distress on her hands covering her face there that she knew she had a golden opportunity. Haynes slotted a ball from the left side over to the right there to Richard, and Richard needed to do a little more with that one. She knows that. Hudson back with the ball. Marley Johnston with the ball, hits the referee, goes to Maddie Haynes. Haynes gets shoved in the back but has enough composure to maintain the ball. Goes out to Helterbrand. Helterbrand with the left foot sends it back to Mackenzie Drace. Has a little mistouch but regains control. Drace sends it back to Emma Olson. Switching fields over to Taylor Brinkman. Taylor Brinkman splits two River Falls defenders into open space. Sends a beautiful long ball up and out, but a little too far for anybody from Hudson to gather in. And good win by Brinkman. A little bit more loft and a little bit less length there might have given Hudson an opportunity offensively. Iverson chest traps the ball, sends it to Helterbrand, who sends it to Haynes. Haynes loses control of the ball. Comes back into the middle there. Iverson temporarily touched the ball, but Gina Filkins sends a right-footed shot up and out, and that's going to go to goalkeeper Karen Chuckle just across the goal box line there. Chuckle with the ball, getting ready to punt. And does. Not a very long punt there on the right side there. Emma Richard gets ahead on that ball, trying to maintain possession, gets a touch on the side there. Goes to the River Falls left defender there, and she sends it up and out toward her forwards, but only person nearby are going to be the Hudson Raiders, and that's Taylor Brinkman, who sends it out to the midfield to Drace. We lose the ball. Hudson loses the ball on the side there. Let's see what he's calling here. Looks like it's going to be a throw-in for the River Falls Wildcats. And it is as they execute substitutions here. Very close game, folks. 2-1 in the waning parts of the game here for the Hudson Raiders against the River Falls Wildcats. River Falls gets possession here off the throw. They send a ball in toward the corner of the box there. Goes out of bounds. That's going to be a goal kick for the Hudson Raiders. Karen Chuckle's going to get this ball, set it into position, and get ready to go. Chuckle with the free kick. Good length on that ball. Chuckle does a nice job with the free kicks for the Raiders. Normally Knutson wants a defender, but Chuckle does such a good job that he allows her to take some of those too. Here she comes out of the goal with a little bobble on that one, but decisively comes out of the goal and gathers that in, punts it away. That's a much better punt, well past midfield for Chuckle. Well done. Knocked out of bounds by the Wildcats there, and the River Falls coach hands it to Emma Richard, who drops it, and Drace goes by too, just like they should as a defender. Emma Olson comes to take the throw. Olson takes the throw in, gets it up toward Emma Richard there. Richard puts a defender at her back trying to shield, does a nice job. Makes a turn. River Falls trying to attack from behind. The referee calls nothing there as she goes down. Richard with a nice bit of ball control there. Spins one way, then the other. Good turn by Richard. She's got a little bit of space here. A little bit of space. See what she does. Richard in on the goal line there. Ball goes out of bounds. That should be a corner kick for the Hudson Raiders. Nice bit of ball handling skills by Richard there. Her foot skills have dramatically improved over the last several games, and she's a force to be reckoned with on the field now when she gets that ball. Even under heavy pressure, she does a beautiful job with evasive maneuvers and shielding to keep that ball. Most kids will knock it off the shins of the opponent and be done with it, but Richard's doing a nice job keeping that ball. Emma Olson sends the ball out there to Drace. Drace sends the ball into the box there, but it doesn't connect with anybody. Emma Olson gets a shot here, but it goes to the right side of the goal, harmlessly out of bounds, and that'll be a free kick for goalkeeper Maddie Rowe of the River Falls Wildcats. Down 1-0. River Falls is sure taking its time on some of these plays. Emma Richard knocks that free kick down, that goal kick down, and Hudson maintains possession here. Richard with the ball, but sends it to the vacated space. Drace wins the ball into open space, but then loses it to the River Falls defenders. They just kick it out of bounds. That's kind of been typical of what they've done all day here. Emma Olson for the Raiders. Defense picks that ball up and throws it in, gets it to Richard again. Richard banging bodies with number 3 there. That's Ashley Nelson. First time we've mentioned her game today, but she's playing left defensive position now for the River Falls Wildcats. Ashley Nelson takes this throw in. That's a very marginal throw, technique-wise anyway. Ball goes out of bounds off of the River Falls Wildcats, and Emma Olson for the Raiders gets the ball well behind her head as a thrower should. Ball goes out of bounds there off of River Falls again, and it's going to be another Hudson throw-in. Emma Olson deep into the corner here. Hudson's defense will switch around to allow Emma to take that throw effectively until she recovers. Touched by Emma Olson. Right-footed shot gets off right to the goalkeeper for River Falls, Maddie Rowe. Rowe with the punt. Short of midfield there. Attempted header by Ani, missed that a little short. River Falls touches it out of bounds. That's going to be a throw-in for the Raiders. Amanda Carey, the midfielder, with a quick start. Look at the length of Carey's throws. Man, kids need to watch her to learn the technique for throw-ins. There's Katie Woodley with a right-footed shot. She crosses it in front of the box. Not enough there to help her teammate out. Jordan Helterbrand coming onto the ball, and not a hard enough shot on the goal to be a goal-scoring threat, but it looked like a good opportunity for the Raiders. Emma Olson with the ball sends it back upfield. Nobody there for the Raiders. Going to be gathered in there by Maddie Rowe. You can see late right forward for the Raiders coming in there to try to win a ball. Rowe sends the ball past midfield on this punt. River Falls tries to get it back up to their forwards. Touched by Eliason to Marg, and that ball's going to be sent into the corner where Taylor Brinkman should be able to win that ball. Wins the ball from Andrea Eliason very calmly. Brinkman with the ball, sending it up to the right flank there. There's number 8, Marley Johnston. Johnston gets a touch on the ball, but it goes out of bounds. Going to be a River Falls throw-in. Substitutions coming onto the field here for the Wildcats.
Number 2, Kinsey Rumley.
River Falls ready to go. Again, kind of an average throw in there, but it does reach the feet of the River Falls Wildcat. Tries to send it up to Gina Filkins. Filkins with Iverson on her tight. Sends the ball out of bounds. That should be a throw-in. It's a throw-in for the Wildcats. That must have been off of Iverson. In a dangerous area here. Wildcats pressing the Hudson Raiders in River Falls, attacking third area. Marley Johnston gets that ball out of bounds. Again, kind of kicking and hoping. That's going to be a River Falls throw-in again.
We might. Yeah, she does better.
Marg with the ball, sends it back. River Falls sends it up and in. Karen Chuckle should be nearby, but it's headed out by Taylor Brinkman. Ball's rolling. Oh, man, that's a head-to-head contact. That's a tough hit there. Both players showing the effects here. Emma Olson for the Raiders and Andrea Eliason of the River Falls. Eliason's leaving. Eliason appears to be bleeding there. That was a head-to-head hit, and if I'm not mistaken, she probably got hit somewhere near the eye socket as she was holding her head there. You can see the River Falls kids kind of shying away. One compadre there consoling her. Athletic trainer Mike Renfro of Catalyst Sports Medicine comes out to check on Andrea Eliason. Obviously was cut on that head-to-head bump there. Has to come out of the field. She's going to probably get a few steri strips and sterilize the wound there as they give River Falls a corner kick off of this. Let's see what Emma Olson, I think, had to come out of the game for the Hudson Raiders as well. The referee's talking to her right now. Referee is walking Emma Olson out of the game. She does not appear to be happy. Emma Olson definitely delivered the worst of the blow to Eliason, who was cut on that play. I don't think Olson had any blood, but referee wanted to see her come out of the game with a head-to-head contact. That's probably a very good decision by the center referee. When you have head-to-head contact, they should both be looked at by the athletic trainer with concussion problems that we have in all sports today with traumatic brain injuries and head injuries. That's a safe play by the referee, and he should be commended for that. I know Olson wasn't happy, but smart play. River Falls takes the corner, gets an opportunity. Marg gets a rebound there, but puts it up and out to the side. Ball doesn't get out of bounds, though. Still controlled by the Hudson Raiders there. Ani Lewis has the ball up the sideline, trying to get it to help there. Lauren Milbrandt on the flank there can't quite get to the ball, but River Falls kicks it out of bounds. Ani Lewis takes this throw in, gets it up toward Milbrandt there. Milbrandt gets a head on it, puts it into play. River Falls wins that ball, or Katie Woodley that is, I'm sorry. Katie Woodley, number 21, not 26. That was a foul committed by River Falls. Hudson's going to take a free kick here, and Brinkman's going to set up for this free kick. Hudson does have an attacking free kick set, but they are not using it on this play. Brinkman lost the ball into the midfield there. charging in was DeBrew for River Falls. Helterbrand tries to get a right foot shot on it, but can't. But it does get crossed in by one of the Hudson Raiders there. I think that was Maddie Haynes out on the right side there, but it just gathered in by the goalkeeper, Maddie Rowe for River Falls. She sends the ball up to the upfield there. Hudson does win control of the ball again, sends it up to their forwards. There's number 21, Katie Woodley, trying to get it over to the teammate, Maddie Haynes on the right, but can't. Ball's floundering up on the top there, and Hudson can't get a forward up on the ball there. Kick was made there. River Falls controls the ball, trying to get it upfield, and they do. Send a ball to the center forward there. Ball slips through both Brinkman and the River Falls forward there. The right D for Hudson gathered it, sent it back. There's Carey with tackle from behind there, and that was not called. Ball goes out of bounds. Good use by Ani Lewis on the River Falls forward there. Ani sends it to Carey on the throw-in. Carey trying to maintain possession, does not. Ball goes deep back into the box there, hopefully out of bounds, and Hudson will take the goal kick there. Late in the game, folks, it's 2-1 Hudson Raiders here. You can see the darkness has set in and the lights of the field are the only thing helping play this game right now. Those lights, it's good field. The Hudson Middle School Stadium field, built for soccer. Nice place to play. Hudson Chuckle sends it out, goes up to Maddie Haynes on the right flank there. Haynes tries to get an overlapping midfield connection there. And Marley Johnston gets a touch, sends it out to her right there. On the right flank, a nice shot, heavy shot there from the right midfielder who sent that ball up and out. I'm trying to see who that midfielder was. Get a long angle on the camera here. I think that may have been Grace Potter. Maddie Rowe, goalkeeper for the River Falls Wildcats, preparing to take the kick. Again, late in the game, River Falls down 2-1. They sure take a lot of time on restarts. Maddie Haynes gets a touch. River Falls wins it back. They try to send it up. Not a good first touch by River Falls. Hudson takes over, but turns it over again. Hudson gets a touch here. That's Emma Olson on the right there. Sends the ball up to Maddie Haynes, the forward. Gets it to Jordan Helterbrand. Helterbrand gets pushed out of the way. There's River Falls controlling the ball in the center midfield. Gets it out to Ani Lewis. Ani gets a touch. DeBrew gets a touch. Brinkman gets into the action there. It's kind of frantic play. Now there seems to be sense of urgency on both parties here. River Falls at the top of the box area. Dangerous area, and there comes Ani Lewis to clear that ball up and out. Emma Richard trying to get that ball. That was Richard that hit that last ball, I'm pretty sure then. River Falls kid went down there. Not sure what happened. Must have been, boy, I don't know what happened to her. But it must have been hit by the ball.
Now what happened? Who's that?
River Falls player just dropped like a bag of hammers there, and ball went out of bounds. I think it's supposed to be a Hudson ball, but that looked like something dramatic happened there. I don't know if it was a head shot or a knee gave out or what may have happened, but let's hope she's all right. Not sure what happened on that ball. See both teams gathering up here, a little pep talk while the athletic trainer Mike Renfro attends to the injured player. River Falls all heads over for a drink of water, taking the lead that the Hudson Raiders just showed. Players have to stay on the field. They cannot cross the touch line there and come off the field. They need to stay on, so water's handed by all the teammates to the players on the field. Both teams get a little bit of a break here as the injured player is attended to. See if we can get an indication of what may have happened to her if Mike Renfro gets her up and able to walk off. Player for River Falls is up now, and Mike is walking her over to the trainer's table. He'll take a closer look at her there. It leads me to believe it's not a leg injury, so I believe it might have been ball to the head, and the way she dropped, that certainly would be consistent with what may have happened there. So Mike Renfro treating that player. He's treated several players tonight. He's had a lot of activity in this game. Very, typical of a Hudson River Falls game. Very physical game. And a few kids have gone down because of that physicality. Throw-in is going to be for the River Falls Wildcats here. Throw in touched out by the Raiders. Going to be another rethrow for the River Falls Wildcats here in the waning minutes of the game here. Hudson's just got to try to keep anything dangerous up and outside. If Knutson doesn't like the ball just being cleared under pressure, he doesn't mind it at this stage in the game, I can tell you that. Anything just big and out. Nothing left in the box for rebounds or second or third opportunities. So you will start to see the Hudson Raiders, clearing balls up and out. Emma Richard tries to touch it back to Mackenzie Drace and does. Drace trying to maintain control of the ball back there, sends it over to Taylor Brinkman. Brinkman with the ball in the center. Up and out, or down and out, I should say. A good pass by Brinkman, but River Falls maintain control. Brinkman with the ball again with Marg, number 4. River Falls sends the ball in, or tries to send the ball in. Bangs it off the shins of one of the Hudson Raider defenders. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for the Wildcats. Late in the game here, we'll see if Hudson can maintain the slim 2-1 lead. Ball gets thrown in. Emma Richard trying to get the ball up and out and does toward Haynes. River Falls steps up, sends it back in. Touched by the Raiders, top of the goal box area is where that ball ends up. Shoulder ball by 2 players there, one for River Falls, one for Hudson. See if Hudson can again get a lot of pressure by the River Falls Wildcats, which is what they need to do right now. Ani Lewis trying to get ahead on it, but can't. River Falls still has control of the ball. Carey trying to clear it out big, but hits Ani Lewis in the back there. Karen Chuckle jumps out of the goal box there to grab that ball. She does a goalkeeper throw out to her player, Emma Richard, there on the right. Richard can't get a hold of it, but River Falls touches that out of bounds, and Hudson's going to take the throw. With clock management here, Hudson should be taking time on the throw. You saw Knutson pat the defender on the back there, Drace. He wanted Drace to drop the ball and have the defender throw it just to waste a little more time. Knutson prides himself on the clock management. So River Falls ends up with the ball here, trying to get it up to the top. Ani Lewis steps up, takes the ball, left foots it out to Amanda Carey there. Carey back to Lewis. Lewis chipping the ball up and over again to Carey. Beautiful combination play by Carey and Lewis there. Oh, Carey on the left side there sends it up, but Lauren Milbrandt or Katie Woodley, sorry, number 21. Get those two convinced when they braid their hair the same way sometimes. Amanda Carey sent that ball there, but nobody to be found. Ani Lewis sends the ball up again. I believe that was used off the River Falls defender, and it'll be another Hudson throw-in, and it is. Ani takes it again, gets it to Carey's feet. Carey trying to maintain possession and does, sends it up to the forward position to Katie Woodley, number 21. Woodley trying to send it into Iverson, but it's deflected by River Falls. Marley Johnston gets a touch on the ball there. Over to Emma Richard. Richard sends the ball into Helterbrand. Can't control the ball for Hudson, and River Falls tries to clear it out of bounds. Emma Richard with a bump on number 2 there. That's Kinsey Rumley. Obviously, Richard getting the better of that confrontation. Winning the ball, goes out of bounds. Hudson takes the throw. There's Richard again, one of the tougher players for the Raiders. He uses that River Falls defender, tries to keep the ball in. Richard sends the ball long and out of bounds. That's going to be a goal kick for the River Falls Wildcats. Substitutions coming onto the field during the goal kick for the Wildcats. If I know Knutson trying to waste some time, Coach Knutson will substitute players in to take 20 to 30 seconds per substitution on each stoppage of play. You can see the amount of time being taken here, which is good for the Raiders. Trying to burn that clock. Haynes with the ball tries to send it to Helterbrand, hits her in the back. Woodley has control of the ball, trying to get it to Helterbrand again, a little too far, and the goalkeeper, Maddie Rowe, gets that before Helterbrand can get there. Rowe with the punt. Short of the midfield area there. Marg gets the first touch on the ball, trying to send it up to her forwards. It's touched out by the Raiders there, up and out. Nice long ball by the Raiders. That's what Knutson wants to see at this phase in the game. Haynes on the right flank there, trying to get a touch on the ball. Goes out the end line. It's going to be another goal kick. Knutson should be substituting here, burning a little more clock. And you can see how much time there's subs going off the field, new subs coming on. River Falls there is, can't get going until substitutions are on and off the field. So you see number 5, Savannah Jensen, coming on for the Raiders there as a substitution, which helps burn a little clock for the Hudson Raiders. So the forwards right now for the Raiders are on the right, Maddie Haynes, in the center, Jordan Helterbrand, and on the left it's going to be freshman Savannah Jensen. The back line probably won't change. Knutson likes to leave those guys alone when they're doing so well, and Hudson doesn't have many defenders, to be honest, but there's Emma Olson getting a touch on the ball there. Number 2, Kinsey Rumley getting a touch, but it goes out of bounds. That should have been off Rumley. That's going to be a Hudson Raider throw-in. Clock management, Knutson telling Olson, take your time. No need to hurry on this stuff. Olson with the throw in there, headed by River Falls. Headed down by Brinkman. Brinkman trying to get the ball to her feet and uses the River Falls player. That's going to be another throw-in for the Hudson Raiders. They're going a little too quick here. Emma Olson does not need to run to that ball. You want to burn that clock and use time management to your advantage. Here's Maddie Haynes with the ball for the Raiders. Lifts the ball up and in. If Helterbrand can get there, Helterbrand backed off that last couple of yards, and it would have been good to see her charge and create a little interference in front of that goalkeeper. 3-1 would be better than 2-1 for the Hudson Raiders, that's for sure. River Falls sends a long ball up. Karen Chuckle will easily gather that one in. She'll probably distribute that one, or let's see. No, she's going to punt. Good length on her punt. Goes past midfield there. River Falls does get the first touch. They try to send it upfield. Marg has the ball for River Falls, won by Marley Johnston. But Johnston does such a deceptive job of dispossessing of the ball. Great young player. There's Amanda Carey. Look at the speed that Carey has. Nice slotted ball for Savannah Jensen. Give and go to Carey. Carey's got the ball on her left foot there. Tries to slide it in. Jensen with the ball that just pushes it to the left of the post there. Excellent give and go by Savannah Jensen and Amanda Carey. That was very well played. Very well done. Little bit of urgency from River Falls here as Maddie Rowe sets that ball down and gets ready to take the free kick. Knutson's probably substituting again, which he should. Center, Jordan Helterbrand, center forward, has that ball. Boy, plows over the River Falls defender. Nothing to call there. Certainly was no foul on Helterbrand. Play continues. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to be River Falls throw-in. The possession can't be maintained by Richard. River Falls takes that throw. The River Falls player must be okay up near the top of the box there. Headed out there by River Falls, controlled in the midfield and sent upfield. There's Andrea Eliason back after getting some butterfly bandages put on. Taylor Brinkman and Ani with the ball in back there goes off of the River Falls forward there. Ball goes out of bounds, and that should be a goal kick for the Hudson Raiders, and it is. Hudson should be again understanding clock management, and there's Chuckle taking her time. That's a beautiful thing. Set the ball, reset the ball. Chuckle getting ready to take the goal kick. You don't want to get a delay of game penalty, and Chuckle did a superb job of clock management on that play. River Falls sending a dangerous ball there. Number 16 again, Sydney DeBrew for the Wildcats charging in on goal there. DeBrew a couple times had golden opportunities but couldn't exhibit the proper technique and skills to get the ball in the net when she had those golden opportunities to score earlier in the game. Here's River Falls mounting another attack. Hudson again needs to clear that ball up and out. Ani Lewis trying to clear it up and out. It goes off of the River Falls Wildcats. That should be a goal kick. They're giving a corner to River Falls. Boy, it gets to be dangerous late in the game like this when you give up corners. 40 to 60% of goals are scored on set plays like corner kicks and free kicks. So Hudson definitely doesn't want to see corners or free kicks. Emma Richards got to give the River Falls team 10 yards. They're going 2v1 on the corner kick again. So they lay that ball off and gets it to her teammate into open space. Haynes coming onto the play there. Ball crosses the center of the top of the box. And number 3, Amanda Carey, just clears that ball big up and out. We'll take the throw in here. Carey did what she should have there and just cleared that ball up and out and let the Hudson defense reset. Try to get a header into the box, and they do. And Hudson trying to clear that ball out, and then we're able to get one touch, and then Marley Johnston gets another. There's Savannah Jensen, the young freshman forward for Hudson, trying to touch the ball. Can't quite get there. It's going to be a throw-in for the River Falls Wildcats. Hudson's got to defend that goal, maintain that 2-1 lead. Beautiful throw for the River Falls Wildcats. Great length, headed out by Ani Lewis. Another throw like that could easily put the ball in the box, something that Hudson doesn't really want to see. Number 18 taking the throw. That's a good short throw. I'd much rather see that throw in by Avery Woolley. Going to be out of bounds on River Falls, and Hudson's going to take this throw. Ani Lewis, left back for Hudson, takes the throw to Amanda Carey, who flicks it up and over her shoulder. Iverson trying to get possession of the ball. Ani Lewis has it, gets it to Iverson, back to Marley Johnston. Johnston battling with the ball. There's Andrea Eliason with Marley. Marley gets a little push off there. Hudson gains possession on that. That's Emma Richard with the ball, sends it back to Emma Olson. Olson tries to get it up the right sideline and does, but it goes off of River Falls. That's good. Ball gets pitched to defender Emma Olson to take the throw. Olson up the sideline there. Maddie Haynes falls down off the touchline there. Emma Olson trying to win that ball again. Olson does win the ball. Goes out of bounds off of Olson, so that's going to be a River Falls throw, and that's a little bit of a dangerous play. Hudson should maintain that possession. Iverson body to body there with DeBrew. Ball goes up in the air, touches the ground there. Hudson trying to maintain possession. Jordan Hiltbrand gets the ball at her feet, back taps it there with a left-footed ball. She tries to get it up to Savannah Jensen. Doesn't quite come back to win the ball. And ball bouncing around. Lack of possession here is going to be dangerous for Hudson. River Falls, Marge ends up with the ball, sends it up to her right forward, DeBrew. DeBrew being defended by Ani Lewis there. Ball goes out of bounds off of River Falls, and it's going to be a Hudson Raider throw-in. Ani Lewis has got to learn to take a little more time into the clock management there too. Carey gets the ball upfield, but River Falls touches it back in. Brinkman and Iverson are there battling for the ball. Ball goes out of bounds off of Hudson. They're going to gather that to River Falls. Ball gets thrown in, headed up to River Falls, but nobody's there up on front for Hudson, or for River Falls. Ani Lewis gets the ball. Dangerous play more toward the midfield there. Prefer it up the sideline. Jess Iverson battling the ball with Gina Filkins. Hudson gets the ball up and out with Amanda Carey clearing that ball into the midfield space there. Maddie Rowe, the goalkeeper for River Falls, comes on. Ball falls into the midfield area there. Ani Lewis heads it. DeBrew heads it back. Carey tries to send a ball up and out, hits congestion, and there's a left-footed ball by Emma Olson. Oh, that looked like a handball by River Falls. They're trying to indicate that, but no call is made. River Falls has this ball, cuts it back again. Jess Iverson in the way, intercepts the ball. Left-footed shot goes up and out. Gets it up the line there to Savannah Jensen. Savannah Jensen gets a touch. And I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that's a complete 90-minute game, and the Hudson Raiders have won this contest 2-1. Good win tonight on a beautiful night to play soccer. The shot total ended up, Hudson in the first half was 15 shots to 5. In the second half, Hudson was 12 to 4. So Hudson out shooting the Wildcats 27-9 on the game. Slim victory with a 2-1 win. Hudson Raiders now on the season stand with a record of 6-1-1 overall, 4-1-1 in the Big Rivers Conference. You can see the Hudson Raiders taking along with the River Falls Wildcats, taking a cool down lap, and the Hudson Raider fans in the foreground there cheering. Good position for the Hudson Raiders, standing at 6-1-1. Ladies and gentlemen, signing out for the Hudson Raiders, Knute Johnson.